ChatGPT, the importance of empathy in leadership and teamwork. So let's start. Hi ChatGPT, how are you?
Hey there, I'm doing great. Thank you. I hope you're doing well too. How's your day going?
I'm fine. ChatGPT, uh, I have some question on the topic, the importance of empathy in leadership and teamwork. Uh, so my first question is on this topic. What does empathy mean in the context of leadership and teamwork?
Absolutely. That's a great starting point. In the context of leadership and teamwork, empathy basically means the ability to understand, share, and value the feelings and perspectives of others, fostering an environment where team members feel valued and understood. It really helps build trust and collaboration.
Okay. How does an empathetic leader differ from a traditional or authoritative leader?
Great question. An empathetic leader tends to focus more on building genuine relationships, really listening to their team, and understanding individual needs and perspectives. In contrast, a traditional or authoritative leader might rely more on top down directives, giving orders, and expecting compliance without as much dialogue. Empathetic leaders, on the other hand, create a more supportive and inclusive culture, which can lead to higher engagement and loyalty.
Okay. Why is empathy considered a key skill for effective leadership?
Empathy is key because it helps leaders connect with their team on a human level, which builds trust and respect. When team members feel understood and valued, they're more likely to be engaged, motivated, and willing to collaborate. Empathy also helps leaders navigate conflicts more effectively, foster a positive work culture, and ultimately drive better performance and innovation.
Okay. My another question, how can empathy improve communication within a team?
Absolutely. Empathy can really enhance communication by encouraging active listening, where team members feel heard and understood. It helps reduce misunderstandings and builds trust, making people more open and honest. When leaders and team members show empathy, it creates a safe space where everyone feels comfortable sharing ideas and feedback, ultimately leading to better collaboration and problem solving.
Okay. My next question, how can empathy improve communication within a team?
Sure, when empathy is at the core of communication, it helps team members really understand each other's perspectives and emotions. This leads to more compassionate and clear interactions, reduces conflict, and builds stronger connections. It also encourages open and honest feedback, making everyone feel valued and more willing to collaborate effectively. Overall, it creates a more supportive and cohesive.
Uh, ChatGPT, my next question, how can leader develop empathy towards their team members?
That's a wonderful question. Leaders can develop empathy by actively listening to their team, asking open-ended questions, and genuinely trying to understand. Empathy by putting themselves in their team's shoes, seeking feedback, and being open to learning from their own experiences. Over time, this practice helps build deeper connections and trust within the team.
Okay. My next question:
If you have any
what
more
role does empathy play in resolving workplace conflict?
empathy plays a huge role in conflict resolution because it helps each party understand the other's point of view and emotions. This understanding can reduce defensiveness and create a more collaborative environment for finding solutions. Empathy allows leaders and team members to address underlying issues, foster mutual respect, and ultimately find more empathetic and sustainable resolutions.
Okay. My next question: can empathy enhance employee motivation and productivity, and how?
Absolutely. Empathy can definitely boost motivation and productivity. When employees feel understood and valued, they're more likely to be engaged and committed to their work. Empathetic leaders can create a supportive environment that encourages open communication, recognition, and trust. This in turn leads to higher job satisfaction, a stronger sense of loyalty, and ultimately better performance and productivity.
Okay. Uh, my next question: what
Awesome.
what are the challenges leaders face in practicing empathy consistently?
That's a great question. Some challenges include time constraints, since busy leaders might struggle to give fatigue, as consistently empathizing can be draining. Additionally, some leaders might find it challenging to balance empathy with maintaining authority and making tough decisions. And sometimes cultural differences can also make it a bit more complex. But with practice and awareness, these challenges can definitely be overcome.
Okay. Uh, my next question: what is the connection between emotional intelligence and empathy in leadership?
To understand and manage your own emotions and recognize and influence the emotions of others. Empathy is actually a core component of emotional intelligence. In leadership, having high emotional intelligence means that a leader can be more empathetic, navigate social complexities, and build stronger relationships. So essentially, empathy enhances emotional intelligence, and together they help leaders create a more empathetic and effective leadership style.
Okay. How do empathetic leaders handle failure or mistakes within a team?
Empathetic leaders typically approach failure or mistakes with understanding and support rather than blame. They focus on creating a safe environment where team members feel comfortable acknowledging errors and learning from them. They also encourage open dialogue, provide constructive feedback, and work with the team to find solutions and improvements. This also fosters a culture of continuous growth and innovation.
Okay. My next last question: how can empathy transform teamwork and create a more positive work environment?
Absolutely. Empathy can really transform teamwork by feeling valued. They're more likely to collaborate openly and contribute their best ideas. Empathy also helps in resolving conflicts more effectively and creates a supportive atmosphere where everyone feels comfortable sharing their perspectives. Ultimately, this leads to a more positive, inclusive work environment, boosting morale, engagement, and overall productivity.
Thank you, ChatGPT, for all discussion and very meaningful. Uh, Allah Hafiz.
You're very welcome. I really enjoyed our conversation. Take care and Allah Hafiz. If you ever have more